Hey, what's up there? This is Josh again. This is, I believe, part five of the Let Me Help You Help Yourself series. We've been talking about some concepts about improving ourselves, being more self aware, about transforming yourself into the person that you want to be. And a little while back, I posted a list of concepts that I follow in my own personal life as part of, you know, I don't really look at it as a set of rules, but really just a set of suggestions. And they are from multiple different faiths. And one may take a look at them and say, these religions or these spiritual paths have nothing to do with each other. But the truth is that no matter what path you choose, there is truth to it. There's just, to me, in my opinion, I feel like there are many different people and we do walk many different paths as far as our faith, our spirituality, whatever it is. And even if we claim to be the same religion, we still will have different opinions about it. Even if it's the same Bible or whatever religious text it is, there's a million different people are going to have a million different interpretations. So, anyways, though, I wanted to talk about these certain concepts. So, first of all, we're going to talk mostly about the Eightfold Noble Path today, and that is actually a part of the Buddhist teachings. And I'm sure a lot of you are like, well, why would I have any interest in some Buddhist stuff if I'm not a Buddhist? And the truth is, me personally, I don't buy into everything that they believe. I do personally believe in reincarnation. I don't know the specifics of it. Do I think it's exactly how the Buddhists explain it? Not necessarily. I don't think that you could be a man in one life and then die and then end up like a caterpillar or a tree or something because you did some bad things. Good and bad are subjective anyways, but that's another story. Anyways, though, one thing I don't buy into is that the Buddhists believe that the reason we are alive or the purpose of life is to eliminate desire, as desire is the last fetter to suffering. Our desire causes our suffering. And I just don't feel that that's true. I think that even the desire to lose your desire is a desire, so there's no way to completely quench yourself of this. But once again, neither here nor there. We're going to talk about these concepts. So, the Eightfold Noble Path, the first concept is called right understanding. And right understanding essentially is knowing, I guess the first part of it is understanding your own motives and other people's motives for why they do things. And it's important because, well, first of all, there are very clear intentions and clear motives for us doing anything. I mean, it's the thing that we first tell someone why we did this or why we did that. Why did I take this new job? Why did I break up with that significant other? Why did I donate money at church? And there are always ulterior motives. And the sooner that we understand that no person is above this and that they're not necessarily a bad thing, the quicker we can begin going down that path of right understanding. And even the greatest philanthropists have a selfish tendency within them because regardless of what you do, you will gain some enjoyment out of it because we really only ever do what we want to do. Everything is a choice. So even somebody that's out building houses for somebody or working at a soup kitchen or whatever it is, yeah, they're helping the poor. Yeah, they're doing things that help society be better. But the truth is, they, first of all, gain pleasure from doing this thing that they want. the gaining of pleasure. That's an ulterior motive. And on top of that, they know that they're going to look good in the eyes of their peers. That is another ulterior motive. And a lot of people wouldn't like to admit that that's the case, but I'm sorry, it's unavoidable. It just really truly is. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but we need to understand that there are always underlying motives for what we do, but also for what other people do. And it not taking things necessarily at face value is a big part of right understanding. And it's not about buying into conspiracy theories or always thinking that somebody is trying to do something sneaky, but it's just the fact that understanding that people are multifaceted and that it's wrong to assume that someone is a certain way just because they look that way on the surface. And I mean, there's many, many other parts of this, but that's really the main things to focus on as we're beginning our path of right understanding. So, moving right along, right thinking is the second concept. And that has to deal with the fact of we need to understand that we can control our thought processes. And I mean, there will be thoughts that creep into our head that feel as though they are, I don't want to say put there, but almost reactionary. Somebody does something that anger or that should anger us, so we become angry. Somebody tells us something we don't want to hear, we become uncomfortable. We get bad news, or even we get good news. Somebody flirts with us and we are filled with a sense of joy. But the truth of the matter is, regardless of how reactionary thoughts may seem, we can choose them. And especially to somebody, and I mean, this is bringing it right back around to somebody that wants to improve their life. If you're having a lot of negative thoughts, it's important to know that you can change this. And one of the most effective ways of doing that is through affirmations. And if you're going through your day and a bunch of crappy stuff is happening, your boss is pissed off and he's an asshole to you, or I don't know, you stub your toe on the coffee table, or the dog takes a shit on the carpet, whatever it is. I mean, there's a lot of things that make us feel like we're on a roll of bad things happening. And I say bad as subjective anyways, but we can get on a roll of thinking these negative things and saying, oh, it's not my day. Oh, it feels like all these things are happening to me. And you just start to develop a victim mentality very quickly. And my personal belief is that when you harbor these sorts of negative thoughts, you actually draw negative energy to you. It's just that like attracts like sort of thing. You notice that people that are into dangerous things tend to flock together. People that are into helping people tend to flock together. It's birds of a feather. And birds of a feather isn't just for people. It's for thoughts and concepts and archetypes in general. And when we start to say, okay, I'm having a series of negative thoughts, I feel really negative, I feel like things are happening to me, but we say, you know what, I know things can turn around. I know that I can make some decisions that will change the course of my day. And even if today sucks, tomorrow can be a better day. It's been worse. I know it can be better. Just saying these sorts of things to yourself and saying, you know what, I can make it through. I'm strong. I'm whatever, somebody's being a prick to me. I'm not the person that deserves that. And it's okay. Maybe they are misinterpreting who I am, or maybe they have something going on in their lives and they don't know how to treat me, or they are not as self-aware as I am. And that's what it all comes down to, self-awareness and knowing that you have the power to think what you want to think. And we can't control how we feel. We can't control a lot of the initial thoughts that we have in our head, but we can definitely control how we react to them. And there's always a good way to react to things that are negative, that would seemingly always pull us down, and will if we allow it to. So Anyways, though, we're at the 10-minute mark right now, so I will kind of leave you with these two concepts and we'll pick it up a little bit more next time. But right understanding, understand your motives, understand other people's motives. Just try to see the deeper meaning in things and be a little bit deeper. And right thinking, just know that you can control your thoughts. You can think what you want to think. You can influence yourself to feel however you want to feel about something. And you can call it brainwash if you want, but if you're brainwashing yourself to be a more effective and happy human being, what's the problem with that? These are two steps that we need to take to get there. And once again, Buddhist concepts. I'm not a Buddhist. You might not be a Buddhist, but there's a lot of good stuff here. And just wait, we're going to get into some stuff that you're going to be very surprised can help you. You may even think it might be bad or evil. Some people do, but when you understand it and think about it properly, you'll get that there is truth in anything. In any organized religion, any organized spirituality, the people have something in common, and that is that they want to better themselves. They want to be more powerful. They want to have power in their lives. And power is something that's universal, and you can use it for whatever you want to use it for. Good intentions, bad intentions, what is good, what is bad, that's up to you. Power is transmutable. So we'll see you again next time with volume 6, and we'll get into a couple more of these concepts. So thanks for checking me out, and we'll see you again next time.